Hello everyone, welcome to this afternoon's after school club of Design Juniors for ages 6 through 10. If you've joined us for the past few weeks, you've watched me create a space world, by research and such, and explaining how world building is really good for planning out your stories for, whatever you want to make with comics, video games, and many other things. So, I was thinking I should show you a little bit about After School Club. So if you've never seen After School Club before, you can always go to dospace.org. We're part of DoSpace here, and you can search After School Club at the top right here. And you scroll down, there's information here. What are we doing every day? So if you scroll down anymore, you see for 6 or 10. Mondays is for junior designs. We're creating some characters. You want to know what's going on with Tuesdays for coding. Going through some Kano steps and such. If you missed anything, you can always just go back in the archives and click through the things to learn something new. I'm going to go back to gaming here for a little bit. We also do some gaming on Thursdays if you want to watch us, mess around and play with some stuff. Yeah. So, let's get started here. So, we left off with our space whale story. Well, we wanted to do a sailor space, theme sci-fi, fishing for space whales, making magic star, space ash, read people's stories through ash. Thinking maybe a board game. That'd be cool to do, maybe a video game. Why? For fun. Audience. Basically a new one. And we made little things to inspire us for our stories. And we came up with a pitch based off an event or a person, problem to solve, and the goal. And then we came up with 3 different pitches here, where the people are historians trying to document the history of the universe, see life and lives in space, eat stories, and they have to extract the stories or something. Sailor first day of the job. Someone's stealing space whales, gotta save them, inventor. They dream to swim with whale in space. They need to invent space travel. You look up and you see all these giant sea creatures flying around space, and they're not really landing on the planet at all. And you want to go up there and check them out. And then we start some more world building here, where I was thinking carving out his plants. There's giant little world trees. And stuff, and different animals, the ones that are on the ocean up there. I was thinking little bubble biomes, flat type earth things in the little bubble biomes. Can I have a mod? Hello. You. What do you want a mod for? Mod? We don't really have a mod here. Do you mean moderator or mod for a game? Just got a comment over here asking mod for a game or they need a moderator. Yeah. Just thinking this one other thing, maybe a little drawing here, but it's a cool little. I think it's on tools. Insert image. My lights just went off again. Let me fix that. There we go. Moderator. You just. Yeah. Yeah. If you just join us from Facebook or Twitch, you can always talk about what you're making here. We're doing some character design today. So, lots of different aliens. I think I came up with Keyrings. They're part unicorn, part dragon, part a bunch of other things there. I was thinking like giant talking trees that hold all the worlds for us, but they're like 5-year-olds or something. Stuff like that. And you know, I can all finish all the other things. So now we're gonna work on characters for our story. When you think about characters, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys probably like can figure out characters right away with your super creative minds. You got a character like, oh, they're giant, they're blue, and they like to dance. Or yeah, like when you come up with a little drawing, it's like, I love them. They're so creative here. So I'm first gonna talk a little about, gotta fix something over here, checking on something. Where is it? Where's my notes? Where's my notes? Looking for my notes. There we go. Okay. So I got some characters. I'm gonna think of my characters. So first I want to talk about little archetypes. Oh. So you guys say I just want to be cool and it's boring and there's a virus going on, so I thought I would tune in. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so I see you don't need any help with a mod, so yeah, you can just hang out and chat. I don't know if you're like listening to here. Yeah. So here's a bunch of different characters. You're here. Lots of different character types. So when you're making the story, I'm not going to go a lot of details because, you know, someone might be 6 years old or watching. This is for ages 6 through 10. If you are making a story too, you can tell me what kind of characters you want to create over in chat. So here, yeah, we got our first characters. We got our main character. The main character, you know, like think about movie Tangled. Rapunzel is the main character. So we need to create a main character, the hero of our story. And yeah, I'm 8 if that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. You're 8 years old. Tell me like what kind of characters you want to create for your stories. Like, I don't know if you watched from the past few weeks, but you can like, I don't know, like, trying to come up with like, think about a story you're working on right now or something. If you don't have a story, definitely watch our previous videos, but all you have to do is think of an event. Where is it? Scroll all the way up. An event, a person, problem to solve, and the goal. I'm gonna go with, I don't know if I'm gonna go an inventor because then I'm gonna be focusing more trying to get into space. And I want my story to focus on space a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna go with the historians, trying to document the history of the universe by looking at stars, you know, breaking open like eggs to see the stories in there, try to save them before they're eaten. Yeah, you're going, I don't know. Yeah, you can start thinking of like different stories, like a person, a place, or you can help me come up with characters for my story here. So it's story. We kind of focus on the world first, where you're like in space. I'm picturing like it's like an ocean, you know, there's a bunch of sea-looking creatures flying around in space. Picturing like little sailboats going around. People got nets trying to catch things in there. Trying to explore, learn things around. I'm thinking here there's like little stories people have to find. Maybe it's like in a place where a lot of the worlds have died off. And you're trying to like get the stories out of there before the giant world-eating monsters eat those planets that have like fallen off a tree or something. So yeah, maybe like these trees they have like those little bubbles, and like the bubbles come off like a fruit and they start dying off, and you gotta go get some stories of that world before, you know, it gets eaten by a whale or something. Okay, I have to go to eat. Is that thumbs up? Okay, yeah, I mean, that's up to you if you want to keep hanging out in chat, but yeah, you can definitely go eat some food, hang out. Maybe if you're allowed to watch this while you go eat. There you go. Yeah, definitely thinking about main characters here. So my main character hero is thinking like a young, young alien, some sorts. They, just started out a historian. They just graduated. A historian Fisher that just graduated. Yeah, they are fishing in space, trying to find stories to document them, to help preserve information for this giant, they just got a job in the giant archive. And the reason why they're collecting stories is because they lost a lot of stories. A lot of history before, and now they're trying to collect everything before it dies. Because I don't really know what happened, what was going around with all these different worlds before they started eating. Maybe they found evidence that they weren't eating. Maybe they're going to find the stories to find out why these space creatures are eating the worlds. So you got a main character. We need some friends in our story. We need a mentor, teacher. We need the comedy characters. We usually call them tricksters. So if you've ever seen the movie Shrek, Donkey's a trickster and a friend. Shadow, which is the villain. If I want a villain. Doesn't have to be a single person or stuff. And I need something that... Did I spell villain right there? Yes, I did. Something, warning of some sorts. And some type of wall that prevents them from finishing their story of some sorts. Yeah. Just drinking my soda here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to talk about the hero's journey. So, hero's journey. So a lot of stories start out this way with heroes. Basically, they get told, hey, want to go help us with this one thing? I can't, sorry, but I'll be back. I'm sad to have virus. Sorry. Oh, no! I hope, the virus doesn't hurt too much. Yeah. So as soon as the virus is gone, we can totally open up this place and, actually gather together to make this cool stuff rather, watch online. But yeah, you can definitely come back a little bit afterwards. Hopefully if you finish your food early. Or watch the past videos on dspace.org. I hope you have a good meal. Eat it right up. Yeah. Hey, so yeah, with the hero's journey. So I'm thinking about movie maybe like Frozen with the hero's journey. Main character is Anna, technically. I feel like Elsa's also kind of main character there. Yeah, maybe multiple main characters. And the call to adventure is Elsa running away because she's got ice powers and she's afraid of hurting people. Anna doesn't want that to happen. The mentor person or helper would be, I don't remember his name. He's also the ally. Mentor teacher person teaches them something. For Anna, probably their parents in the past. Good work. Yeah, the friends is, oh yeah, you're saying okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, hopefully we see you soon. I'm just walking through Frozen here for the hero's journey. So you get a cold adventure, something happens that makes you want to go on a story. You meet some friends along the way. I can't remember the blonde guy's name, but there's also the deer. And then there's the snowman. I can't remember his name. I remember it starts with an O. And the worst part is in Frozen, probably when like there's a bunch of challenges and stuff that happen on while, Anna's on her way to save her sister. The death part, or the worst part, the thing that makes a revelation is probably when Anna got frozen. And there's a thing like the true love where Elsa hugs frozen Anna and then comes life, and then they have a revelation like, oh my gosh, true love is this. You can have family love and stuff like that. And they have transform, and then, for a little tone bit with there's the villain, the guy who's trying to like rule that kingdom, and then they return with ice powers, controlling ice powers, and go do stuff. So third story, we got all these different characters here. We got a thing that happens, some type of crisis, some little challenges that go along the way, some really big bad thing happens, and then they fight off that big bad thing and able to save the day. That's basically the story. It is right there. So, got a historian, that's my main character. Friends, I'm picturing like there's this little like deer plus squirrel buddy that is used to catch things, like they're the little lure, but they like it. They don't get hurt at all. They're protected. And I'm thinking friends from the different worlds that they visit. Like, they're not with them all the time, like traveling through space on their little sailboat along with their little squirrel deer buddy. And I'm picturing like a deer combined with squirrel here, like created together. And then like their job is the main character's job is a historian to recover history. So their job isn't to, like save the planets or something. Along that way, it's like at that time people haven't figured out how to do that yet. So they're just busy rescuing people. So there's gonna be some rescuer friends. And maybe, like, as a story, like, there's part of Mantle where they're not supposed to get involved with the rescuers, like, if you don't want to, like, help, get in the way of, like, a firefighter. I don't want to do that. But, they got a rescuer friends there. Mentor teacher. Probably, like, their, boss, who they report to. Trickster would be that deer, squirrel, serpent thing, pet, The villain might be the giant space monsters, but like they're not a villain in a way where, they're purposely malicious. Like they get hungry, they need to eat, so they eat these worlds. You can think about it, there's lions and tigers out in the wilds, and they eat, some other mammals to survive. Oh, Blinkers, you're back already. Wow, that was fast. I made some characters here. So I had a historian Fisher, who graduated school. I'm thinking like a little deer, squirrel, serpent thing as a little pet, as one of their buddies for creating the story. They got friends from these different little worlds, these bubbles. They got some rescue friends. Their boss is their mentor. Little trickster comedy animals, that little like deer, squirrel, serpent thing. Picturing like this little small creature. The villains are the giant space monsters, the whales to do stuff, but like that's a natural occurrence stuff. I need someone like I think in another historian who is trying to tame these space monsters. Another student who's trying to kill the world-eating space monsters. I'm thinking like, you think they're good, maybe? Yeah. If you have any suggestions for characters I can create here, you can definitely talk to me about it and I can add them through here. So, Yeah, I'm thinking with like they might be seen as a hero and trying to stop these things, but then you learn that these giant space monsters are really crucial to like the space, you know, way it works with things like they, you learn that perhaps that you can't find maybe like they create worlds themselves. Like you later find out that they actually make worlds themselves. You just never see the process where they like maintain the little world trees. You just again never see it ever, but no one's discovered it yet. But later, that happens. And oh, there should be science friends, right? Should have some scientist friends. Here. Yeah. Yeah, we got some villains here. Maybe we could make our little trickster as one of the villains, our little squirrel friend as the pet here. Yeah, I'm gonna play thinking again, this is like a space story picture. Instead of like swimming in the sea, just picture it's like space instead. Like there's space travel, people leave planets and stuff to go do stuff. Yeah, all those kind of things. Let's see, a warning. So warning in the stories, trying to think of a warning. Coming back to Frozen, where they warn about, the ice powers. Like, if you do these things, this bad thing could happen when the trolls come in and say that stuff. With, Rapunzel, the warning is the fake mom tricking, like, Rapunzel to stay with her. The warning, or message, should be like message would be, that owl in Harry Potter, the owl that comes in and delivers the message. It can be part of the story like, hey, by the way, there's magic. You can go do that stuff. So the message, here, there already are, like, a historian stuff. So maybe the message is, starting their job, and they find, maybe, you can come up with, like, a reason how they start their journey, but they find a story that talks about the times before the space whales showed up. So I'm thinking like this is like far, far, far in the future where the Earths used to be around, the planets spowed up talking about the planets back when they were round. And then the wall, probably, the wall is, the wall is probably maybe something sad. Maybe their home world is starting to die. Do they save it or do they leave it be part of nature? Could be also, what's another thing that could be like a thing that prevents them? The wall is just a part of the story where like the hero's like, I'm gonna go do this thing, but I can't because this thing's blocking my path. I would say that is like the part Tangled when the like evil like fake mom tricks Rapunzel back to stay back with her. Try to think. How to Train Your Dragon with the first one. It would be, the wall would be when Hiccup's dad finds out about, the dragons and stops them, tries to go, fight them off, something like that. It's been a while since I've seen that movie too. Yeah, different stuff like that. Or maybe, maybe the historian stopping, with the historian getting the hero fired. It could be another one there. Yeah. So now we got our different characters. With creating different characters. I'm thinking again, this could be a board game or a comic. Whatever you want. This is all to help you figure out some stuff when creating your own stories. Let's try now our character template. So I have a little character profile. Again, like, guys are probably super creative, already have your characters all designed out and stuff. But this character template is here, to help you guys figure some things out. So I'm gonna name this Hero. And this is for character templates. Hero. Bold that. And the first thing here is name. Name. What should I name our main character? You can definitely type in comments here. Like, yeah, what should I name them? Are they a girl? Boy? Neither? Are they human? Are they... I should go up and show you the different races I have here. So there's humans. There's these crystal gas type people. There's some cat dog people in our world. And these dragon noodle type people called Kirin. I'm going to look up the Kirin. Is that that's not how you spell it. It's another kind of mythical creature where it's like part dragon, part deer most of the time. Yeah. Like, they got some horns. It's like a dragon horse. Sometimes it's part deer instead of part dragon. Yeah, here this one's kind of like a deer. Over here, that's one of the alien races. Sometimes it's, kind of very fish-like. Sometimes it's kind of like a lion. Just a bunch of mixture of things. Someone says cat. They should be a cat person? Okay. I'm gonna go into here. Scroll all the way down. So name, race. They're a cat people. No, part of the cat people. Cat. Dog. Race. Specifically the cat. Yeah, cat. So I got a name here. Oh yeah, story rule. That's easy. Hero. Story. Main character. I wouldn't say hero, maybe just main character. I don't know if, like, our story can change anytime. Like, we can change different parts and elements. Maybe, I'm just gonna keep main character, because what if they could be the villain? I don't know yet. Maybe they are the villain. I can make it how I want, as I create my world and my characters. I'm way past, like, world stuff, so now I'm in my characters. Age. That's another thing. Description of who they are. Description part is basically this right here. Of course, my description can always change. Like, I can change their jobs if I wanted to. But yeah, what should her name also just be cat? What's a good cat name? And how old should the main character be? Since they just graduated, I'm thinking, well, this is like far. Like, this is totally into the universe. It could be like 10. It could be 50. I should probably go into more world building and create age ranges for each of the different aliens. So the cat dogs, like maybe, like on Earth, they could only live 10 years, or maybe they live like hundreds of thousands of years. And such stuff like that. So, maybe a cat. Specifically, I'm thinking like a long hair cat. Long hair one. Later on in the color. What's a name? What's a good name? I could do like a cat pun. Like Katie or Catty or yeah, this is definitely a part where like you might want to, this stuff could change later because I haven't developed a lot for the cat dog people yet. So the name could change. So I gotta think of a name. I could name him Purry. Could name him Mr. Sprinkles, Fuzzy Wilkins, Fuzzykins. I'm gonna name it Fuzzykins. How about Fuzzykins? You guys like that name? Fuzzykins? Hopefully you do. I could change it. Maybe you hate it. It's okay to say it and I'll change it. And how old are they gonna be? This is again something I might want to change again. Like, do I want them to only live for like 10 years or do I want them to live for like hundreds of years? I personally want cats and dogs to live for hundreds of years because I love cats and dogs. They are amazing. So I could make it like that. Like, and I could like, I don't know, when are they considered adults or grown-ups? You know, maybe like when they turn 1 they're grown up, or maybe when they turn 3. Or maybe when they turn like 100, they're finally grow up. 16? Yeah, doing 16. There we go. So they're 16 years old. They just graduated from their schooling. And they're a cat. The name is Fuzzykins. Yeah, they're a historian fisher. They just graduated school. They got a job in a giant archive library thing. Yeah. Next part after that, after age, description, likes. Likes. What do they likes? They like their pet friend. I don't have a name for the pet friend yet. What else do they like? Probably fish. What else do cats like? Fish. They like, mice. They like to purr. Scratches around the ears. Well, that's round. Yeah. By the way, I'll be drawing this character next week. No, the week after next week. After we did like figure out our art inspiration. But yeah, I'll definitely draw this character here. What else do they like? What do they like? Yeah, you can totally like give me suggestions on how to draw them too. Like, what should I make them look like and stuff. That'd be tons of fun. Scratches around the ears, fish, pushing things off tables, weird sounds, strings. What else should they like? Now this is all very cat stereotype stuff. We gotta think of something that isn't cat related too. Obviously they like history and discovery. Exploring. What's some other things we should add here? Milk for the pet name. Ooh. Milk for the little pet name. Let's name them Milk. I'm gonna picture they're like a squirrel deer mixture thing. They're like this little guy. Picture more of them like a squirrel. Yeah. Give them milk. I'm picturing like a flying squirrel actually. Like a sentient little flying squirrel with like little horns. That's what I'm picturing here. I might draw that too. That'll be fun to draw. Yeah. Okay, they like exploring. Naps. They like naps maybe? So they kind of just fall asleep at random times. Let's see, what else could I think we're good on likes. You guys can suggest more likes later on if you want. I think next is dislikes. Yes, dislikes. I don't see them hating water. If I think about my cat main character, thinking they hate running out of time, losing stories. So picture like these stories are coming from these like little star things, and they have to collect them and translate them for these little bubble worlds. And you know, if like a space whale comes in wanting to eat the world, they gotta, you know, leave there, losing some stories behind. So yeah, picture that would be sad there. Black holes. There's black holes in space. Up here they actually like the space creatures. And yeah, black holes, because black holes, you don't want to run into that. That's pretty much an end of a lot of things that hurts a lot. Let's see here. What else? What else it could be dislike? What do cats hate? What do cats hate? Circles. You can't do circles. The bubbles are clubs and they'll be afraid of going to places. What else? What else are things afraid of? I'm trying to remember cats afraid of. Dogs? But that's kind of like their buddies here. Spaceships. No, giant space boats. Giant corporate space boats. Where they like come in and make a bunch of noise while they're mining off of some asteroid of some kind. Dying probably, but they got 9 lives. Don't want to lose too many lives. Here, 16 years old. If they got 9 lives, they gotta specify which life they're on, and I like to picture they're on their second life. And I don't know if maybe that adds age to their I don't know, culture. Do they add age or subtract it? Do they start at that same age? Do they start over at 1? I don't know yet. I really don't know. I'm gonna come back to dislikes a little bit here. Yeah, you can definitely again when you create your own characters. Follow this little character sheet here. You can always look up character profiles for your characters. Homework, yes. Homework. They would hate homework. Now, class is just basically how rich. They are. So, how rich are they? I feel like they have academy funding, school funding for their jobs. I'm picturing them PhD students working on something. So they got some school or giant space country world funding on them, but they don't have enough. They don't have a lot of extra money to buy stuff. They're just given the bare minimum, almost the bare minimum. They can have money for food, but they don't have money to buy the newest Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series one. I forgot what it is for Xbox. You can clearly tell which consoles I like. Yeah. Some a lot of their money goes into repairing their boat. Ooh, I picture, they get space sick. Sometimes. They get space sick in, asteroid fields. Yeah. I could make them rich. If you want, just make them super rich. Yeah, so I got, education to think about, how smart they are. I already got a career on fears, goals, virtues, flaws. So goals is what they want to do. Virtues is their positive traits. Flaws, their negative traits. So that is about it today. I still got a lot more things to fill in here. But yeah, next week we're going to create some art pieces, find some art for our world and start making it and such. Yeah. So yeah, that is about it for today. See you guys next week, and you can help me create these characters for a comic or board game. Otherwise, thank you very much and have a good afternoon. Oh, and we're doing some coding tomorrow, so you can join us at the same time. Do some coding with Kano. Have a good afternoon, everyone.